Morning, afternoon. Today's session is a pop-up, and I wanted to teach a little bit about this concept that we're going through right now with a lot of young kids, and that's be you. A lot of times, society teaches and tells you, you have to do this, you have to do that. You can't be you and be successful. Well, I believe you can. Don't get it twisted. There are certain things about yourself that you probably need to change to be better, but at the end of the day, uh, when you make the adjustments and still keep the core you together, it's a beautiful thing. So today, just wanted to give you a little pop up. Make sure we stay with our coaching every 2 weeks. Get it? So a lot of people never really will step into who they are because they're so interested in being who others want them to be. It's crazy. Sounds crazy, but if you look back at your life, or you look back at things that's gone on in your past, a lot of times you're influenced into these decisions. Well, a part of being you is understanding and knowing who you are, so that the decisions you make is based on you, the best version of you. I love this image. It's like a grown person right there, and the reality is, even though you can see them and you see the image, the reality is they're still kind of lost. They don't know who they are. Look at it at the top, right where your head is supposed to be. Go back. See if I get my pencil up. There we go. You got this big question mark. It looks funny, but the reality is that's how a lot of people live their life. There's a huge question mark surrounding who they are and their identity. And hopefully after you leave this, you get a better view, a better glance at the best version of you, and you thrive in it, and you accept it as your own space. So one of the slides we showed and shared with this is in your quest to get what you want, never forget who you are, just to become who you weren't created to be. And look closely at that. I want you to make sure you see that. Who am I? A lot of athletes struggle with this, and it's not just professional athletes. Student athletes struggle with identity. You got your social media life, you got to keep that up. Then you got your athletic life, you got to keep that up. Then your academic life, you got to keep that up. It's a lot. In your quest to get where you want, just don't bypass who you're supposed to be who you want to be, or what people say you should be. It's deep. I don't want to go too deep because I know this is just a little pop-up. But yeah, we just got real deep with our student athletes, and we just basically made them sit and undress and say, why are you doing this? What's your ulterior motive? What's your real reason behind this? Is there a crooked way that you're trying to go about it to get to success? It's not going to work. Or it may work, and then it won't last for long. That's usually how it does. The second thing I want to show you is, and I want to make sure you guys see this, so I'm going to get it nice and close. It says, do you know who you are? Not just your name, what you like to do or be. And as you see my man, Kevin Hart. Hello, who are you? It looks funny, but it's real. You may know your name, but do you know who you are? Do you understand why you were created? Why you're good in sports? A lot of people don't. It's funny. I was watching a movie the other day with Ben Stiller. Was it him? Anyways, and the movie's talking about a comeback, and basically he has a player on his team, and he's like, "Yo, you're like light years above everybody else. You're the leader of this team," and the kid didn't want to be the leader, and he was like, "No, you're the leader." And it was difficult for him as a coach because he was a leader when he played. So now he had to figure out how to transfer this information for this kid to see it. And we did a similar exercise with our kids, and we were just like, yo, you have to break it down. You have to figure out who you are. If you don't figure out who you are, then you'll never know who you're supposed to be and what your purpose is. And, it sounds funny. It seems like a simple question, like, who are you? But you'd be surprised how many people don't know how to answer that because they don't know who they are.